Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Tencent's biggest shareholder dumps more Tencent shares? Why is this good for Chinese stocks like Alibaba, Meituan, Xiaomi, JD, NIO, etc.? I would appreciate the viewers to like this video so that the YouTube algorithm can help to spread this video and my channel to more people who are interested in investment and trading. Also, I would appreciate that you will subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my content. Thank you. Tencent's biggest shareholder, Prosus, indicates that they will slowly pare down its stake to fund a share repurchase program. So what happened? After the announcement, the share price tanked from $376 to 364 Hong Kong dollar, fell over 3% just based on this news. But shouldn't we look into what the shareholders say? If you do recall what I mentioned earlier, what they want is they want to fund their own share repurchase program. And how are they going to accomplish this? They will do that by selling small numbers of Tencent shares regularly and in an orderly manner. But we should note that this is not the first time that this major shareholder, Prosus, actually began to sell their shares in Tencent. They actually began to sell their Tencent shares in small volume back in April 2021. Back then, when they began to sell, Tencent share price was around 654 Hong Kong dollar, and over a year of slow selling and coupled with what's happening in the general markets concerning Chinese tech stocks, as well as the antitrust regulations and the other tech crackdown, Tencent shares actually came down by quite a lot. Let's start to think, will this be the same again with another 44% down? Well, I believe in this period, there will be selling pressure because of the cheap distribution coming from this major shareholder, resulting in a very slow price appreciation for Tencent. I do not think this will be the same again, even if the current cheap distribution resulted in downward pressure for Tencent shares. I do not think Tencent share price will breach 300 Hong Kong dollar because this will be a very strong support level. This is so because Hang Seng Tech Index is showing a very strong positive trend and is actually on track to actually move towards to hit 5,600 points. Of course, the current pressure resulting in the general markets in the US market may cause another retracement back, but as long as it can find a support at 4,900, the upward trend for Tencent as well as the Chinese tech stocks in Chinese market should be able to find support. We should note that this is not the first time that major shareholders and co-founders of Chinese companies are reducing their stakes in Chinese companies. Back in June 2021, Meituan founder actually donates away 2.3 billion stake as antitrust investigation happens in 2021. At the point of donation, Meituan was around 300 Hong Kong dollar. But of course, after a year of decline, Meituan price actually went all the way down to around 100 Hong Kong dollar and has since found a bottom at 100 Hong Kong dollar. I do not think it will ever retest the 100 Hong Kong dollar until another global financial crisis happens. But right now, Meituan has recovered to around 200 Hong Kong dollar and should be helpful to Tencent and other Chinese tech stocks development as well. We saw that in July 2020, Jack Ma actually sold some of his Alibaba shares, and this is worth 8.2 billion USD worth of shares. So it should not come as a surprise that Jack Ma did kind of catch the top of Alibaba shares price. He actually sold at around 255 Hong Kong dollar around this period. So what's the share price of Alibaba right now? It's around 114 Hong Kong dollar, down around 55%. My favorite legend of Xiaomi actually also donated 2.2 billion USD worth of Xiaomi shares in 2021 around the July period. What is noteworthy of this Chinese company is that all these famous founders and co-founders actually stepped down from key destination. What is happening to Xiaomi's legend is that he has given out a lot of key roles in the holding company of Xiaomi, but has gone to become a key management staff of Xiaomi EV venture. You see that Xiaomi share price came down 50% from around 27, 28 Hong Kong dollar all the way down to current price of around 13.74, 13.76 Hong Kong dollar. It's very interesting to note that Tencent's prominent founder Pony Ma actually donated 2 billion USD worth of Tencent shares way back in 2016 April. Wow, this is way ahead of this famous founders of Chinese companies like Jack Ma, Lei Jing, Richard Liu, or Jing Dong. What does it show? It shows that polymer political sensitiveness is very high and does indicate that Tencent should be able to ride through this period of volatility in the long run. The question is really, when can Tencent share price recover in the long run? Of course, we do note that 2-3 days ago, Tencent actually set up a metaverse division that should enable it to ride on the metaverse meta trend in the long run. Question is that will China allow this development in metaverse? I believe it will be, because China will definitely not want to be lagging other countries' development in this area, but they are likely to approve this development within their own set of unique regulations. For the long run, I do think that Tencent share price should be able to have a decent share price gain over a 5-year period. But extraordinary gains like those days when Tencent jumped from $100 to 700 Hong Kong dollar, those crazy days may not be coming back so fast, because the lucrative gaming days may not return so fast because of China's policies not allowing you to spend so much time and also restricting much of you time in gaming streaming, live streaming, etc. NIO, a huge beneficiary of China's approach towards renewable energy, have obtained China entities investment. We should put it in the good books of China's authorities. And also, Tencent have an 8% stake in NIO, which should also do good for Tencent in the long run, because if NIO does well in the market cap gain, Tencent 8% stake of a very profitable and sizable market cap company in EV should be able to help in Tencent's own market cap growth. As for Richard Liu of Jingdong, I do note that he did donate sizable funds to charity later than Pony Ma, Lei Jing, Pinduoduo founders, Colin Ng, Meituan's founder, etc. This is something very noteworthy, because his timing of donation is actually much later than others. What does it show? With most of the major shareholders having part of their stakes and also made sizable donations to charity, I would think that Chinese tech stocks have marked their bottoms way back in March 2022. For Tencent wise, it should be able to find strong support around 300 and 330 Hong Kong dollar range over the next few months. It is important to note that Tencent and most Chinese companies should be able to do reasonably well in terms of share price performance, so one should watch out for the better of system risk between US, China, G7 against China, India, etc., as well as the internal interest group competitions within China. And one very big event, a black swan event concerning USD Hong Kong peg affecting Chinese tech stock sentiments, could potentially also affect the investment in Chinese tech stocks, and we should really watch this risk as well. As always, this should not be construed as any investment or trading advice. Thank you.